this is your main event. One fall, your referee, senior official, John Finnegan.
The TNA World Heavyweight Champion, RVD, Rob Van Dam, accompanied by Bill Alfonso, and with some interesting pre-match comments between RVD and Alfonso as it relates.
Yeah, they were interesting,
As it relates to the man that RVD is going to face, Sabu. I mean, Alfonso, right in the middle of this situation. You talk about his history.
Bill Alfonso, first of all, the whistle, I'm just getting nightmares right now, hear the whistle. Many years, this man, Bill Alfonso, managed me. It was a big part of my success. And I kind of inadvertently was in the middle of this whole thing with Van Dam and Sabu back in the day. So to me, this match is just so cool, not just to get to watch as a fan, but to get the call as a commentator. Bill Alfonso, what's he gonna do here? He's gonna manage both.
That's what he said.
Van Dam
He said he's gonna manage right down the middle.
Well, that's just right down the middle, Daddy. That's how he's got to say. We got to say it right. But Bill Alfonso has done this before, meaning that he's managed both Van Dam and Sabu at the same time. Bill Alfonso's multitasking, my man.
Between Sabu, RVD, touched on as well earlier, goes back to their original training days. Both trained by Sabu's uncle, the original fire-throwing Sheik.
Well, to me, it's just awesome to see Sabu. I mean, my career wouldn't be where it is if it wasn't for competing against this guy when I did.
This match is a non-title match. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, he is the manager of champions, the man who calls it right down the middle, Mr. Bill Alfonso. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the corner to my left, from Bombay, Michigan, he is homicidal, he is suicidal, he is genocidal, this is Sabu! And his opponent to my right, from Battle Creek, Michigan, he is the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam!
Kind of weird to see Sabu without that long hair he used to have. For those who haven't realized, Sabu shaved his head. You know, all the matches I've had with Sabu, never wrestled him with no hair in his head. I might have lost more. I used to use his hair as a weapon a lot of times, to be honest with you.
Senior official John Finnegan calls for the bell.
Well, the patented leg dive. Sabu always tries to catch his opponent quick with that. Well, if anybody, any wrestlers today know each other better than two guys, it's these two guys. They know each other better than each other, better than anybody else. That's my point. You got it?
As we touched on earlier, back to those original training days. Man that was U.S. champion for decades. Based in Detroit, Michigan, nobody had the aura of the Sheik, Sabu's uncle.
Oh, absolutely. I've had the opportunity to meet the legendary original Sheik, Sabu's uncle, and I know Rob Van Dam has just loads of respect he had for the Sheik. And the respect that Van Dam has for Sabu, in my years knowing both these men, the conversations I've had with them, the way Rob has always kind of looked up to Sabu. He always did, always. You know, and first time back then in the original promotion, in our first live pay-per-view, Sabu and I had the opportunity to face each other. And Van Dam kind of interjected himself in the match at the end, and Bill Alfonso turned on me, and next thing I know, they're all beating the hell out of me. What's up with that?
Part of that great history that we have been talking about throughout this Hardcore Justice pay-per-view event. Originally scheduled to be RVD and Jerry Lynn. We told you earlier the severe back injury that was suffered by Jerry Lynn in training, preventing him from even getting on an airplane and flying down to Orlando, Florida for the match. And RVD and Sabu, that's turning a real negative into a tremendous positive.
Well, I think it's phenomenal. I mean, I feel really bad for Jerry Lynn. I'm a huge fan of his work, always have been. And I know Jerry's a competitor. It's got to be eating him up that he can't do this. But I'm sure Jerry's watching this and loving this match here already between Sabu and Rob Van Dam.
Went for the drop kick to try and take out the leg and the knee of RVD. And both men stand at the ready, and you can just tell that RVD happy with what he accomplished as he was one step ahead of Sabu, and there's the famous Sabu pose. So Alfonso slides the chair in the middle.
But to who?
Well, directly in the middle. Tug of war with the steel chair.
Uh-oh, watch out.
Oh, possession, Sabu. And he throws it with authority right in the face of Van Dam. One of his patented moves, climbs the chair.
Oh, rocks right back into the chair.
Sabu to try and take advantage.
You know, be careful out there, Rob, because Sabu will come out and soar and fly into your body. Oh!
Sliding drop kick. And the impact of the drop kick sends Van Dam over the guardrail and into the crowd.
Here we go, baby. Classic Sabu. I've been on the end of that thing. I'd rather be sitting here.
Well, Sabu can still fly, can he?
You ain't kidding. Well, we heard some of the TNA superstars talk about their reaction to what we did back in the original promotion. And Jesse Neal said it best, in my opinion. He said, what we did back then wasn't like the other promotions were doing, and that was by design. We were an alternative, and that's exactly what extreme athletes like these two guys here, Sabu and Van Dam, bring. Look at that. Springboard right into Van Dam goes Sabu. We were different. Again, an alternative by design. The big companies went left, we went right. They went right, we went left.
And that's what we're celebrating tonight.
Yep.
Difficult to see, but one would anticipate. There's the shot there of the reverse chin lock, so close to the camel clutch.
That's exactly what it is, and he always, Sabu usually traps one arm. And again,
oh, that camel clutch, a move that was made famous by his uncle, the Sheik, and now using the camel clutch with the chair across the back of Van Dam.
Yeah, you know, Sabu is he's a vicious competitor, very rugged, fleet-footed, you know, very quick competitor, and can sustain so much punishment. I'm telling you, I hate this. I've hit Sabu with so many different types of suplexes over the years, and the guy just gets up. It's amazing the punishment punishment he could take. Now the TNA World Heavyweight Champion Van Dam dishing out. Look at the back of Sabu's head. Split open the back of his head somewhere.
How about RVD catching Sabu off guard? Drop kick of the chair. Sabu in trouble. Rolls into the corner. Monkey flip out of that corner.
Well, just the elbow. The elbow of Sabu. I think the intent was for the spine of Sabu to hit that chair in the monkey flip. The elbow, that might be worse.
I was just going to say, think of the pain that's got to be shooting through his arm.
Watch yourself. Oh, man. Look at Sabu's elbow swelled up already.
Van Dam on top for the cover.
Way to break your elbow, getting monkey flipped on a steel chair, I'll tell you that.
Just no defense for it. There's no way to prepare for something like that. Sabu, the quick reversal, sends Van Dam into the corner. Gets the impact going by springing off the ropes with a clothesline that decks RVD.
Great timing by Sabu.
Sabu
Here we go.
on top for the pin. And Bill Alfonso shouting out the instructions to both Rob Van Dam and Sabu. As Sabu continues the offense, strikes in the corner. There goes Van Dam, but both men at the same time had the same thought.
Exactly what happened. It was like at the exact same time. They sprung off at the same time.
I mean, that's got to go back to training together.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's exactly what it is. This could be the turning point in the match here, Mike. Now Bill Alfonso's in the ring. What the hell? So, a water break.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Right down the middle. That's it there. Bill Alfonso said it. Right down the middle, Daddy.
Little mid-match break.
Sometimes you need a little, water. Wait a minute, they're both rushing to get.
Well, both RVD, Sabu, they've been hydrated. And
they've been hydrated. Nice. That was good.
And we talked earlier about same idea at the same time. Oh, mirror images now.
Oh, a low blow right there by the TNA World Champ. Out of that lockup. That was smart. Oh! How quick is Van Dam?
That's just too
much.
much.
Fast his feet off.
Just that one fluid motion. Quickly up to the apron, extends the leg, connects with the kick.
Awesome athlete, tremendous flexibility and power in Van Dam's lower body. Insane power in those legs. You get kicked by Van Dam, it's like getting hit by something that hurts.
Come on, now. Oh! Front suplex. Van Dam hanging Sabu on the guardrail.
Sabu's just sitting there. Better watch this leg drop, buddy. Yeah, I can see, I've been there. You could see what that was gonna be.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that one's not much fun either.
No, that's a corkscrew leg drop while you're hanging over a steel guardrail.
And Alfonso right in the ear of Sabu. And Van Dam has positioned Sabu on the table.
Nice catch.
And Alfonso with the steel chair into RVD.
Now what? Oh! Yeah! Oh my God!
Slingshot leg drop directly onto the chair that was placed on Sabu's chest.
Oh, you could just feel the physicality. Let's take another look here. Watch the steel chair, how it just bam right across the throat and sternum.
Watch this, back live. 2 count only, says Finnegan on the pin attempt by Van Dam. Sabu fired off into the corner, but quickly turns it around, reverses it on Van Dam, and then gets caught with the elbow as he charges in.
Yeah, those quick hands. Van Dam able to get that elbow in the face of Sabu. Well, watch this. Oh, God, right in the skull. What a big part of this match that Bill Alfonso is playing in this thing here for both sides. It really is.
Can't really say he's favoring one guy over the other.
Oh, oh my God.
Jumps into the air, springs off the ropes, snaps out the Hurricane Rana, and Van Dam goes flying into the chair.
Oh. Arabian face buster. That might be it. Wait a minute, look at the left shot. Oh, he almost had it. Whew. Yeah, he still got it, all right. He never lost it.
Back to the camel clutch.
Perfect time. Consummate pro, a veteran. Go for that submission when you know you got the man hurt.
With the fans' response of "you still got it," you think the longer this match goes, it would be advantage Van Dam because of the schedule he's had as of late as he catches Sabu.
Could be. I mean, Sabu seems to be in tremendous ring shape, even though right there he just got his face smashed into that chair. Where's Sabu's bleeding from? The back of his head, or if it's an ear? The back of his head, right?
He's checking on the back of his head. Looks like he's also checking to see if his nose may be broken. Sabu trying to fight it off, but to no avail. He gets crushed on the top rope by Van Dam.
Look at that right hand, how quick that was. Oh, wait. You know what? I think this is an old school move that Van Dam told me he was going to pull out. Pulls it the Van Assassin. Yeah, I think that's what this is going to be here.
Oh! Alfonso holding the chair. He drives it right into Sabu's face and head.
Yeah, assassin. He almost assassinated Sabu.
Sabu rolls in, tries to roll out. Van Dam cuts him off. Gonna go split leg. Moonsault out of the money.
He's got him.
Pin. Just two again. Amazing series of near falls between these two competitors
Big
in
time.
a hardcore justice main event.
Major league toughness by Sabu, able to kick out that split-legged moonsault. That's the table that both Van Dam and Sabu tried to incorporate earlier at the same time.
This gives Sabu an opportunity to recover here, Taz.
And yeah, Van Dam doesn't see it. Oh!
Watch out!
Oh my God. Oh God. That was
Sick.
freaking nasty.
Double leg drop. Goes for the pin, but Finnegan sees that.
Yeah, referee John Finnegan making sure it's legal. It's been chairs, tables. Good job, Johnny. Little nuances of refereeing.
Double sledge, follow-up shots in the corner.
You know, that's how it was back then, you know? In the original promotion, that's how it was. There was like no rules to anything. We just kind of went crazy. Referees just counted the pinfall or submission, to be frank with you.
Referees just turned him loose.
Now what? Rolling Thunder.
Ow!
Man, now you can see the anguish, the pain that Sabu's in. He might have cracked a rib.
And what about Van Dam's back?
Yeah, that was nasty, man. He might have caught it right in the sternum. But you're right, Van Dam's back.
Quickly rolls
for
Sabu
win, go for
over.
win.
Boy, both of these individuals just fighting through the fatigue at this point.
Yeah, you can just, it's just heavy-duty, massive physicality. Like, this is how it was night after night. I mean, this is what it was all the time. You know, it didn't, oh! It didn't matter if there was 100 people in the audience or 1,000 people in the audience. That was, we talk about the work ethic, the passion, the desire. That's what it was from.
It's the words that you used right at the top of this broadcast.
Nobody was mailing it in, man.
Drop kick into the chair, pulls him back to the middle, and whoa, that one was close.
And what it was competitive in the locker room. We tried to outdo each other match after match after match. Especially myself and these two guys had a lot of competitive things going on. Shane Douglas, arguably one of the greatest ECW World Champions of all time. I mean, him and I had a series of competitive things going on too, where we wanted to outdo each other. That's what made the promotion so cool. We tried to outdo each other, but yet it was a team attitude.
Sabu springs off the rope. God almighty! Twisting DDT, head first goes Van Dam right into the chair. Could this be enough?
That might be enough.
Sabu for the cover. Finnegan counts 2. Sabu, multi-time world champ in the original era, defeating Shane Douglas for the title one time, Terry Funk the other, as he goes airborne. Oh,
God. Man, Van Dam has just been drilled several times, somehow, some way, with a chair near his face and head.
Leg drop in the chair, arm extended and draped over the chest of Van Dam, and again 2.
And look, Van Dam's got to defend his TNA World title in 4 days on Spike TV and a whole effing show against the Monster Abyss in the Stairway to Janice match. That sick weapon that Abyss has.
I mean, that's just one of the things you concentrate on a night like this, and you don't take into account the schedule that Van Dam has had. Appearing on Impact this past Thursday, like Taz says, what he's got lined up with Abyss. That time, he just got out of the way.
Well, watch Van Dam.
Oh, 5-star off the top.
Hook in the head, got a cradle, he's got a cradle there. What a match.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the match, the whole effing show, Rob Van Dam!
Unbelievable series of near falls back and forth. The tide and the momentum changed repeatedly throughout this match, but the 5-star frog splash of RVD, the TNA World Heavyweight Champ, it proves the difference, Taz.
Absolutely. I mean, you want something that's physical. You want bodies getting smashed and drilled. Sabu and Van Dam brought it big time. Good God, Sabu has not missed a beat. That was awesome outing by Sabu. Rob Van Dam, TNA World Champion. He's got to deal with Abyss, man. This Thursday night on Spike TV. Whole effing show.
And that's, I'm sure, a question that we're going to be asking this Thursday night, the whole effing show, the Impact version on Spike TV, when RVD faces the Monster Abyss in that Stairway to Janice matchup. We're going to be wondering how this match is going to impact his performance just days later.
Well, that remains to be seen, but right now, an excellent victory over a friend, and I guess you could say rival, the great Sabu. Well, Alfonso, he said he's going to call it right down the middle. He managed both men. He's running around like a psycho. That's pretty cool to see. Still hurting. You see Sabu's still hurting.
But he insisted on making sure that he raised the hand of RVD in victory. Taz, we've got to go back we gotta take another look at this incredible Hardcore Justice main event.
Well, again, two friends, two rivals. No, Bill Alfonso doesn't have a training match, both men. And that springboard right into it. That is just patented Sabu right there. Both men with the same thing in mind. Drilled each other. You could just hear the shots, see the shots, the physicality, big time. And oh, look at that leg drop right across with the steel chair.
That one was unreal. Hurricane Run off the top. Face first into the chair. The split-legged moonsault looked like it could be enough.
Sure did. That rolling thunder. The physicality was just crazy in this thing. Oh, that DDT into the steel chair. It just hit after hit, shot after shot. Craziness.
5-star. Big-time frog splash off the top by RVD. Proves the difference. Weren't sure we were going to get that handshake, but then the hug between RVD and Sabu as we come back live, and here comes the locker room.
Well, I just got chucked a beer by CW. That works.
No, nothing better than a Hardcore Justice post-event celebration and a big-time toast.
Kicking it old school. That's how it was done. Boys having a good time.
You talked about it at the top of Hardcore Justice, Taz. You talked about the passion, the dedication, and the desire of this original group. And we're seeing it all right here.
And this is what it's about. I mean, this is what it was always about. At the end of the day, no matter the fights, the arguments in the locker room, backstage, the competitiveness, who had Paul Heyman's ear more, who didn't, all that stuff. At the end of the day, we were a team. We were the team, and we were a successful team. Paul Heyman accentuating the positives on all of us, hiding our weaknesses. TNA President Dixie Carter.
Yep, she was responsible for this Hardcore Justice event, and she's part of the toast as well.
That's pretty cool.
Excuse me. Mike, Tenay, Taz, thank you so much. We got some beers for you.
I got my own.
Atlas, each and every one of you here tonight, and everyone at home watching, thank you. This could not have happened tonight without Dixie Carter. Thank you, Dixie. To all the men and women in TNA, we set the bar and we expect you to raise it. God bless everyone there. Dixie, for everyone who said we were old, for everyone who said we couldn't do it, that was one hell of an effing pay-per-view. Thank you so much. I love you.